Hello my dear Sagittarius, this is a love bonus reading for Virgo season 23rd of August to September 22nd, 2019 with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. This is a thank you reading since your reading was the 4th most liked reading for the August general reading. So thank you to all Sagittarius and Sagittarius loved ones that gave gratitude for my readings and dedicated themselves to love and spiritual growth. This will be a love reading for Sagittarius Sun, Moon and Rising sign, also Venus. The reading can go both ways. The drama is the same, but it can be different castings to the different roles by the universe. So when I tell you this is you, it can as well be the person or situation you're dealing with. Use your own intuition and recognition to determine who is you in this reading. It will be different for different people. So I will do a reading where you are on this side and the counterpart are on the other side. You can also be seen as this is the feminine side and this is the masculine side. 80-85% of my viewers are females, but if you are identifying with more the masculine side of things, either you are female or male, this might be your side to things. Okay, so I will start shuffling your cards, and I use the Golden Universal Tarot with Roberto De Angelis. So when I open your deck here, I see 4 of Swords with the Queen of Cups. So some of you might be dealing with Cancer, Scorpio or a Pisces person, but it might be you as well. With the 4 of Swords, it's like you weren't getting anywhere with showing emotions, with showing compassion, with showing love, and now it seems like you're done with this exercise. Okay, so I call the divine with love and light, and here we have the Hangman also together with the 4 of Swords. So you're trying to ignore something or to kind of not go with something that you feel, with the Queen of Cups that we saw. So you're trying to not follow your emotion, not follow your heart. I think you're trying to make a sacrifice here of something that you want, but you're trying to have self-control and use your thinking mind, or your logic rather, to not go with your feelings on this. So I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and here we have 10 of Wands and the Hangman. So you're definitely holding back a lot of emotion, a lot of things that you would want to say or do, but you're just not going to do it. You're just going to no. So it's kind of self-control that we are seeing here, but it's also like giving up is what I'm seeing, giving up. So I call the 6 elements, and here we have death with the 10 of Wands. So that's giving up. And 10 of Wands, it's like you have taken too much responsibility in this situation. It became too much for you, and now you're walking away. So we have the 2 towers of the moon there, but now the sun is coming up, and there's this castle here in the background. So it seems like this is the right way to go. To actually give up on this. If it's too hard, if it's too complicated, if it's not giving you the thing you dreamt of, you are just like a dog with a bone in the distance and trying to, you know, get there, but you never get there. Maybe it's better to give this up and, you know, actually go there, you know, where you want it. So instead of hanging around at a well that has dried out, maybe go and search for a well that isn't dried out. Okay, so 6 elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit and ether to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Sagittarius viewers. So I want my dear Sagittarius to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny, the sun. So we have seen Queen of Swords and the sun popping out. So it shows that you know the truth. You just don't want to know the truth because probably the truth hurt. See here, it's a lot of 2 queens, Queen of Coins and Queen of Swords, the Empress, Tower, Star card, 16, 17. So it seems like you are working together with the divine. You have seen something clearly. You need to sacrifice something where you were kind of giving of yourself. It's enough with the giving. Now it's time to give to yourself instead. So it's enough with the empathic Queen of Cups kind of thing. And it needs to be equality. It needs to be equalness here, equal give and take. And maybe the masculine is going to have to learn this. Okay, so I'm just going to tune in for a few seconds here. Okay, so my dear Sagittarius, this will be your behavior and attitude towards them, outcome, and their behaviors and attitudes towards you. And this is your feelings for them, common energies between you and their feelings towards you. And this is what's on your conscious mind about them, the situation itself, and what's on their conscious mind about you. So there seems to be a lot on your mind with this. It has been a lot of confusion. And the only way that seems doable, like to move forward, is to walk on this road on your own. But it also feels very not so particularly exhilarating. You wanted to have things another way, but now you just need to have to show strength and you know, overcome the difficulties ahead. Okay, and on a feeling basis, we have a King of Swords. So that's when the logic steps in. You kind of don't care how attracted you are to this person, as long as they don't, you know, develop and get to know themselves and do the work to actually be able to also give love. It's very fetal here in the reversed. You are going to have your logic protecting you. So I feel safe with that. I think this is a good thing. And this is your behavior and attitudes towards them and their behavior. So your behavior and attitude back and forth. And we have a 5 of Pentacles in the reversed. 5 of Cups and the injustice there because it's in the reversed. So I think there's enough with this of not being appreciated, of not being respected, of not being valued. So you rather kind of sacrifice this situation where you haven't been respected and valued and all this because it's unfair. And here we have the King of Wands with this High Priestess. So I feel again that you are working together with the divine. You have figured something out and you know the next step to take. And it's not to stay in this situation that makes you feel unwanted or disrespected. So you and the divine has a plan here for how to make things happen, okay, in a more prosperous way and more equal way. We saw the scales twice, like Justice and the 6 of Cups with the scales. So this is what's on your conscious mind about them. And we have a 4 of Coins, and it says it says you have boundaries now. Okay, it's much the same attitude as here. It just you feel a little bit scared here, and here you're not scared. So here it's like, oh, come on, I will not give you anything, but you're a little bit uncertain, and that's why there's tension here. But with this person, it's not much tension. It's a lot of like the person is being awake and ready, but not tense. So it's different, but it's kind of the same energy. So you have decided upon something, but you're not sure that you yourself will be able to keep your own boundaries. So that's why you're a little bit tense. God damn it, if I will give in this time too. Okay, so you need to muster up a little bit anger and a little bit bitterness to be able to stand your ground and not give in this time. And here we have the situation itself there, and this is the other person's, what's on their conscious mind, and it's victory. So they are pretty sure that, you know, if this is your little tower where you're trying to have boundaries, they're pretty sure that if they would circle back and, you know, ride towards your castle, they will be sure be let in. So the person has good self-esteem and think that they will be able to say the right words and charm you, and you will accept them back into your castle, and you will open the door and say, yes, oh, I missed you, please come. And here we have the situation itself, and it's the Two of Cups. So the love is there. It's just that one person here, this is connected to the Lover's card, doesn't see the problem, because probably you haven't been particularly great in telling them. Maybe when you have put boundaries, you have overstepped your own boundaries or let the other person step over them, so you haven't been consequent in your behavior, and therefore neither does this person or you believe these boundaries. And since you are disrespectful to yourself and your boundaries, also other people are disrespectful to you and your boundaries. So they think that it's just drama from your end, like with the Queen of Cups, that you just want drama, you just want you know, a love show, but you actually mean business. It's just that you haven't been able to put those words across. So there's a lot of torment, and I think it's on your side because you feel that this person doesn't appreciate you, and you are not sure if they are loyal or not. And you feel like you might need to go this alone with 9-9. It's the Hermit, and you kind of don't want to, but you're also starting to get pissed off. So good. Okay. And here we have your feelings for them. And we have a Queen of Coins in the reverse. So it's what we saw before with the Queen of Coins and the Empress in the reverse, that you have already given everything. There's no more to give. Yeah, okay, I'm hearing a song, but I'm thinking of ignoring it because it has come a lot. So there's no more heart to break, or no more... oh, sorry, I dropped a big pen on the floor. I think it is Madonna. I think it's Power of Goodbye. But so I will see if I will put that in the description box, or if it comes another song which I like better. I like this song, but I would love to have some, you know, new song coming. And this is the common energies between you two, and this is their feelings towards you. And we have this Tower in the reverse. So it's what I said, that they are pretty sure that if they come, even if you have told them now that hell no, you're not going to come into my tower, they think that if they will ride against your gates, you would reconsider. So that's, I guess, why the song is fitting so well, because in that Power of Goodbye, they say, I was the fortress you had to burn. And so they have had this attitude of wanting to win over you, or wanting to conquer you and have you available for them, but maybe they haven't been fully available to you. But it's because you haven't been serious about this. You have been asking instead of telling. We need to kind of tell other people how we want to be treated. And if they don't treat us like that, we need to put boundaries. And it might make the relationship end. But it's better to end the relationship than be in a situation where you're not respected, or where the relationship is codependent, because you are trying to have patience with someone's destructive behavior, or where they are not kind of taking care of the relationship that you have. They take it for granted or treat it like trash. And then you need to put, you know, you need to show that, well, if you do that, this is what happens. But if you say, if you do that, this is what happens, and it never happens, of course the person thinks that they can do whatever they want, and you will always open the castle door for them. But I hope this time you will have your kind of father installed, this judge here. It's the strict father that has rules so for how people are allowed to treat you, and if they don't treat you nice, they will be thrown out, like with this. So I think this person is a little bit shaken. With the Tower in reverse, not super shaken, but they are a little bit like, oh, this was new, because probably you have shown a lot of stubbornness here with all these cards. You didn't before, but you have now, so that's good. Common energies. And we have the Empress in reverse. So it shows mother issues. Probably you here on this side haven't been properly loved and nurtured as children. So you have learned to give yourself up to get love, to be the person that the other person wants, so that they will love you. So you have, if they needed you to walk, to stand on your head, for example, you would do that. If they said jump, you would ask how high, and so on. And on the other hand, this other person might have been overwhelmed or hoovered by their parents, have too much, like people might have asked too much of them, and that they were some kind of property that needed to be shown off and therefore needed to be in a certain kind of way, so they were not accepted for who they were. You probably weren't either, but their problem is more feeling overwhelmed and hoovered. You are more not being paid attention to, and being abandoned. So they have gotten too much attention and you got too little attention. And it's these two queens again in the reverse, showing that the divine feminine in this case are not allowed to give more. It's everything is already given. You can't give more now. Now you actually need to 3, 4 have the boundaries. It's 4, 4 in the Tower, so like quadruple your boundaries. So you will be able to hold your fort and not give in, because the land is barren, it has no more things to give, and this will only end in a disaster if you try to give this relationship mouth to mouth and try to keep it going for a little bit while longer. So it needs to, your boundary needs to be clear. If the person changed, that's fine, but if they don't respect your boundaries, it's you need to keep them anyways, even if the relationship is being sacrificed. So this is your behavior and attitude towards them. And we have the Judgment in reverse. So it shows that you are kind of telling them, no, there's not going to be another go at this. I'm saying no. I have seen this from an above perspective, and I see that this is a bad situation. It's not healthy for you. It's not healthy for me. It's not a good relationship. So you're being very adult with this, and you don't have much hope on kind of reconciliation here. You probably just want it to die. You want it to be over, or you want to get over it. So you might pray for that. And this is their behavior and attitude towards you. And we have the Chariot in reverse. So this is almost like a little boy being cranky because things didn't go their way. If you don't give what you gave to me before, I'm not going to run after you. So they still think that you are being a drama queen, and that this what you're doing, it's just a play and a game, and that you will soon, you know, come out of the Tower and run after them again. And then they will be able to say, well, no, you acted like this and this, and now have moved on. So this is in their imagination how things are going to pan out. So I really advise you to not run after this person and not try to reconcile the relationship. Just let them, you know, get this epiphany that you're actually mean business this time, and that whatever happened, that this is the consequences to what happened. So right now they are cranky and they think that you are acting up and being over dramatic, but time will prove to them that you actually mean business this time, and that you finally was able to put a real boundary and take yourself out of the gutter. So your nose is not down in the ground anymore, pushed while you are being used as a carpet. Okay, and this is the outcome. We have a Four of Wands. So the divine still believe in this relationship. They just want it to be more balanced. It starts with the Two of Cups and ends with the Four of Wands. So it's just that the feminine in this case are not supposed to be taken for granted anymore. So it might take a little bit of time for you to solidify your boundaries, and it will take time for this person to believe that this, what you are doing here, is actually how it's going to be in the future. That there's not going to be any backseas, or you are not going to come out and run after them. And that they are going in this way with their mind right now. And to make this turn and have this epiphany, it might take a little bit time, like sometimes several years. So don't be surprised if this person is waking up much sooner than what you hoped for. But the divine doesn't feel like your relationship is over. For some of you, it might take, short amount of time. Maybe you are with a smart person that are getting it fairly quickly. But chances are you are not. And then it will take more time. Okay, so your eternal love towards them, how is that? A message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. So there's nothing wrong with your love. And you are constantly thinking of them. And that might have been what's triggered you to always want to fix situations. Because when you tormented yourself with constantly thinking of them and they were not available to you, maybe you had a fallout or so, you always fixed things because you wanted to be in harmony with how you felt. And that is something that you can't do for a while, okay? And so now you will think of this person and you will have self-control enough to not run after them. It doesn't matter how much you dream or think of them. And this is their feelings or their love, eternal love towards you. And we have this with the yin and yang, same as my tablecloth here. Balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenge. And I think it has been very easy for them to disregard everything that you have asked for in this relationship. So it has been unbalanced. We can see this also here. This is like a selfish person. So they are going to need to become less selfish if this relationship is going to have a chance for the future. So they are going to have to apply themselves more and, actually fight for the connection. So that might be something totally new for you to experience. But as I said, have a little patience. It might not happen overnight. Okay. So this is additional advice for you from the Mystical Wisdom card deck. I actually think that it's this. We have children also. Know that your children are protected. But I feel that it's this. Because it's the Lady of the Lake. And I think you have just picked up her sword. You see. So, Battle of the Blues. And it's this with, constantly thinking. Mystical Wisdom Oracle deck. Battle of... There we have it. Take steps towards positive change. When you have sad feelings of gloom and inadequacy, you need to recognize this as a temporary situation. Feelings of sadness and negative thoughts can immobilize you, and only you can change this. But I don't know if you need to change it. If you feel sadness, stay with it. Don't try to fix it. Stay with it. Welcome the feelings. Put out the red carpet to them. Because now when you are not, instantly going for your drug, this person here, you can actually get rid of this addiction by staying with your emotions. The emotions are pointing to the main course why you have let yourself be used and abused in this relationship. Why you needed to run and fix things all along, all the time, again and again and again. It's not the addiction that's the problem, and it's not the feelings that's the problem. It's the root cause to the feelings. The feelings are just an alarm bell. It's nothing wrong with your feelings. The feelings are just telling you that, something is off. Alarm, alarm, alarm. And when you stay with your feelings, you listen to the alarm and you can figure out, okay, what's wrong. I don't want you to change how you feel, accept how you feel, and lie here and be ready with your sword. You know, if someone comes and try to take you out of this, because yes, it's a quick fix if this person comes, but if they are coming with lies, you need to see through that. You know, be the King of Swords in this situation, and don't let them save you. Here we can see them, they want to come and save you with their little horse. It's this card here. So they kind of want to come and save you. They think it's unnecessary for you to lie there and, you know, gloom and brood, because there's nothing wrong with your relationship from their point of view, because they don't walk in your shoes in this relationship, so they don't have a clue of how it feels for you. So take this moment, take this time when it's a little bit, you know, hard to see things in their way. You can stay and just see things your way. Stay with the feelings. There's a reading on the first page of my channel dealing with pain that is very helpful for this kind of situation. Perhaps it is a wake-up call to get into action and make changes. And yes, but not make changes, you know, get into action and fix things with this other person. That's not allowed, because it's their turn to fix things. They are very like my way or the highway, and you have realized that that's not the way to go anymore. Take small steps and keep moving every day to bring positive change and self-empowerment. Empowerment, you see, this is powerful. Exercise, study, socialize with like-minded people, listen to music, and talk about your feelings with trusted friends and family. So that's a good thing. Keep yourself busy. You know, alternate between when you feel that your feelings are creeping up on you and you kind of want to call the person and make all right. Go and lay down in fetal position somewhere and just feel your feelings. And then when you're bored with that, you can go and preoccupy yourself with happy things that will keep your mind off and not make you go into the old dance again. Know that the magic of the universe and the angels are there to support and guide you. Gather your courage and rise to meet your challenges. I take small steps every day to make positive changes in my life for happiness and fulfillment. See too that both people are acting equally honorable in this situation. So it's not just on one person's back the relationship is being built. So put up a little bit of a resistance here and don't be too easy, Sagittarius. Okay, so I hope this will help. I was putting up pick a card reading yesterday about what do they think about you, so you might want to check that out, or if you have other questions, there's other pick a card readings that can be helpful. Also the general reading for August are up. And next time I will perform readings will probably be in the middle of August, when I will do the general readings for September. So until then, take really good care and bye-bye.